All right, so we'll talk about exponents, right?
Yes.
And we're going to put right here exponent. We're going to put process, value, and model. We're going to start with 2, right?
2 over 2.
2 over 2.
Yeah, like 2 and 2.
That's not 2 over 2.
Oh, 2 squared.
That's 2 squared. All right, so what is the process?
2 times 2.
2 times 2.
Equals 4. Then put the square in the box. It's the model.
You create a model.
But you gotta say about it.
So you have 2 squares times 2, and that gives you how many squares?
4.
4. We're going to do 4 squared.
4 squared.
Yeah.
So how would it be if it was 2 to the 4th power?
Oh, I will be. 2 to the 4th power?
Yeah. How would
That's different. That'll be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2.
No, but is it the same thing?
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing as this, guys. Listen up. Let's not get it confused. We're focusing on 2 to the 2nd power, right?
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want you to think of anything else.
Oh, okay.
2 squared, period. That's all we know. So what is 4 squared?
4 times 4.
4 times 4. What is the answer? 16. So,
Draw 16 boxes.
exactly. 16 boxes. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, we have
And
to
then put
draw
your
a
arms.
square.
Oh my god. What kind of
Draw a
starting is
rectangle
that?
and I split it up into.
It's a square. Now look at it. The reason why it's a square because it has 4 squares at the bottom and 4 squares on the side, correct?
Yeah.
So when you multiply 4 times 4, you get the total of all the squares.
Equals 16.
What does that remind you of?
To me.
When you multiply the side by the length, what does it remind you?
Area. Oh, dang.
That's exactly what it is. The thing is that is whatever measurement you have on the right with whatever measurement you have on the left. I mean on the bottom. So the length times the width.
Times 8. Oh,
That's volume.
I'm sorry, the length and height.
So, mister, so it's like exponent 4 over 2 is 4 times 4 that equals 16 and besides exponent.
This is all exponents. I'm just trying to show you to you in different ways. So let's do 3. 3 squared. What is 3? The process 3 squared.
3 times 3.
3 times 3. And that gives you what?
9.
9.
Put the square. Then do like
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You have to have 3 squares here and 3 squares there. Right?
Yeah.
How many do you have?
9 squared.
9 little squares. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Let's do one more. 5 squared. What was the process?
5 times 5 equals 25. Oh,
Oh, yeah, 25.
So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So now we just do a little lines. And then how many squares do you have?
25.
25. The length times the height. They're the same because they're it's a square, right? That means all the sides are the same. Now, how is this relevant? What?
is this called?
What?
Exponent.
Exponents. The model is just a model. You're gonna see on a test like that. It's gonna show you a bunch of little squares and it'll tell you what's the square root.
Just to help you.
So I'm trying to show it to you in different ways so you can see it. And whenever you see it, like, oh wait, well, to get that I have to do this. And you're like, oh, well, you can connect it. Now, how is this related to square roots?
Because it's times it.
in terms of self.
Now we're gonna put a line right here and put square root. We're gonna say it this way: the square root of 4 is going to be a number times a number that gives me 4.
Oh, so. Oh. That's how they relate.
The square root of 4 is going to be a number times a number that gives me 4.
2.
So what number would give me 4 when I multiply by itself?
2 times 2.
2. It has to be the number by itself. It can't be 4 times 1. It has to be the number by the same number.
So they both have to be the same.
Exactly, just what I said. It has to be the same number by itself. Yes,
Why the question marks?
because I was
No,
trying to
it's
show
not.
you
Oh my
something
God.
times something should give me
wait.
4.
Oh, so the square root, square root of 4 would be basically what made it 4, so it'd be 2 times 2, right?
Yeah, but in exponents.
Oh.
Because 1 times 4 gives me 4, right? That's not the square root of 4. 1 is not the square root of 4.
So,
It has to be the number that when you multiply it by itself, it gave you 4. Yes.
also,
So is 2 times 2 the square root of 4, or is 4 the square root of 2 times 2?
2 is square.
The square root of 4
Is 2.
Is 2 to
is
the
2.
power 2.
It's just
Also,
2.
It's the isn't it?
I
the
get it,
number
I get
that
it.
It's
How
times
come you
itself?
have? This don't make sense.
What doesn't make sense?
Why how come over there on square root you got question mark 2 times question mark 2 equals 4?
Because we didn't have the 2s, we only have question mark. Let me do that again because you weren't paying attention probably. So listen
I
up.
was trying to finish that.
Hang on. The square root of 16 is supposed to be a number times a number that gives me 16. That's where the question marks came from. Because I didn't know what it was. You have to figure it out. So a number times a number, it has to be the same number, has to give me 16. What is it?
4.
4 times 4 gives me 16. That is the only number that when you multiply it by itself gives me 16.
There's no other.
No other number. Go ahead, Clayton.
Also, let's say we trying to find the square root of 6. It has to be the number times like 3 times 3. Wait, hold on.
The square root of 6 won't work because it won't be the same number. Yes.
What about it, like you have like it's
hold on.
you know where that B is? What about this number and then I don't know what to do like.
It won't be a number.
Oh, just be like that.
Well, but because
Guys, whatever I'm showing you, that's all you're going to see. I don't want you to think of any other exponents. I don't want you to think of any numbers in the little house thingy.
well, because
Do not. Trust me. Don't even go there because you're going to get confused. I know you saw it somewhere before. Do not worry about it. You're not going to see it. Do we understand
I'm
that?
not gonna see what.
You're not going to see any numbers anywhere else. She's trying to say, what if you see a number here?
Oh.
Oh,
Well, that has nothing to do with the class. You won't see it. It doesn't matter. Yes.
okay, I got one. 64. So, you know how you say it has to be the number times itself. So it has to be 8 times 8, not 64 times 1.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Like, you know, in the house, what if it was 5?
If it was 5, it will still give you a square root, but it will not be
It wouldn't be
a
the
whole
same.
number. It will be a decimal.
So 2.5 times 2.
Yeah,
No, probably not. Because that won't give you that. When you add it, it gives you that, but not when you multiply it. So listen.
Right?
Listen up. Let's go back to this one. So we had 16. What is the square root of 16? 4. Because 4 times 4 gives me 16.
Yes, sir.
This is the process right here. And this is the value. All over the place. That's the value. That's the process. So again, let's try this one. The square root of 9. The process is that a number has to times itself has to give me 9, correct? So what is it, Myra? 3. 3 times 3 gives me 9. So the square root of 9 is 3. Do we get that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, but
Let's do 25. 25. 5 times 5 gives me 25. So the square root of 25 is 5. What if I had 36?
oh, 2 easy. 2 easy.
6 times 6 gives me 36. So the square root of 36 is 6. How about,
144.
no, I'm going to have you do, so basically 6 squared is 6 times 6, 36, and you do 36 little squares. I want you to do it on your own. 7 squared